Portugal's capital is in shock after a funicular railcar accident killed 15 people. Many others were injured when the Elevador da Gloria funicular, that's one of Lisbon's best-known attractions, derailed and crashed in a popular tourist neighbourhood. Authorities have confirmed that some of the victims are foreign nationals.
A tragic accident involving one of Lisbon's most beloved tourist attractions. The electronic funicular derailed, slid at speed down a hill and slammed into a building below during the evening rush hour.
It fell about 1.5 meters and made a huge crash. It was packed. We stayed to help, but just as we were going to assist, we saw another tram coming downhill. The only thing we could do was turn and run toward the avenue. I looked back, and I'm sure at least one person managed to get out. They were on the sidewalk when the tram hit the building.
The crash claimed the lives of more than a dozen people. An accident that the city's mayor says is unprecedented.
Many victims in serious condition are currently being treated in various hospitals. I will be visiting these hospitals. But above all, I wanted to say that at this moment we are in mourning. All the people of Lisbon are in mourning. It is a tragedy. This has never happened to our city.
Gloria was one of Lisbon's famous funiculars. Popular with tourists and locals alike, it had ferried passengers up and down one of the city's hillsides since 1885. With the investigation into the cause of the accident in early stages, Lisbon's public transport operator insists it complied with all maintenance protocols. Thursday has been declared a day of national mourning for those who lost their lives in the accident.
I spoke to journalist Daniel Schmidthäussler earlier. He's in Portugal, and I asked him how the country is reacting to this tragedy.
Well, the nation is deeply shaken, I must say. A National Day of Mourning has been declared for today, and Lisbon's mayor, Carlos Moedas, is calling it a truly tragic day for the city. The president, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, also extended his condolences. The current local election campaigns are currently suspended. International sympathy has been strong too. There have been solidarity addresses by several heads of states and from the European Union. Everyone is really very upset here. Of course, that's the main news in nearly every news outlet of the country. Now, all three Lisbon historic funiculars were suspended for safety inspections. The investigators are looking into the exact cause, while emergency services work to support victims and families here.
That's right. I mean, we're hearing that investigators are trying to figure out what went wrong. Is there any new information at all on what could have caused this derailment?
Early indications suggest a failure of a security cable. It was loose or may have snapped its sinks. Once that occurred, the carriage began to go downhill uncontrolled. Safety systems, including emergency brakes, appear not to have operated as they should. Experts say that the failure of these backup measures is what turned a technical fault into a major tragedy. But even that is still unclear and will have to be investigated. Everything is on the table. They are now examining whether the failure resulted from material fatigue. It's an old train. Maintenance delay, mechanical fault in the cable system, or emergency brake failure. Although all protocols were followed, there are already some blaming the outsourcing of maintenance several years ago.
Daniel, you mentioned that these funiculars are quite old. I mean, they're quite an important part of the city's history, aren't they? Can you tell us a little bit more about the Elevador da Gloria?
Well, it's one of a kind, really, locally known as the Ascensor da Gloria. The funicular has been in service since 1885 and was later electrified. It was classified as a national monument in 2002 and is one of the main attractions of Lisbon, carrying over 3 million passengers annually. A funicular is a type of cable railway designed for steep slopes. Typically, like in Lisbon, two carriages are connected by cable. As one goes up, the other goes down, acting as a counterweight. The Gloria funicular is slightly different. It combines this cable system with electric motors inside the cars. The short route, less than 300 meters from city center to Barrio Alto, the upper city, normally takes about 3 minutes. It has an accumulated gradient of 48 meters on exactly 265 meters. That's very steep. That means the maximum gradient is about 18%. That's very, very steep.
OK, so one can only imagine what it was like for the people in the funicular when it lost control. Daniel Schmidthäussler reporting from Portugal. Thank you so much for your update.